Today, we talk about drug discovery and drug development. In general definition, drug is a substance, frequently a chemical compound, that as a whole or a component of a medication can be used for the purpose of diagnosis, treatment, or prevention of a disease. For FDA, which regulates the pharmaceutical industry, drug also needs to possess certain dosage form, such as tablet, capsule, solutions, etc., that is delivered to patients. The terms drug discovery and drug development are often used together in literature. Yet, there are marked difference between the two terms. Based on the online free dictionary, drug discovery is the process of developing a therapeutically active substance for a defined target molecule or pathway, while drug development is a blanket term used to define the entire process of bringing a new drug or device to the market. It includes drug discovery, product development, preclinical research, and clinical trials. Clearly, drug development covers entire process from finding promising drug candidate for certain disease indications to lab tests, animal tests, human tests, filing for regulatory approval, and, if all successful, bring to market worldwide. On the other hand, drug discovery, in general, concerns only the early stage of the drug development process, covering all researches and testing before the preclinical stage of the drug development. Drug development is a very long, expensive, and risky process. By most estimates, it takes from 10 to 15 years to bring an initially promising drug candidate through final regulatory approval. For every 5,000 promising drug candidates discovered during drug discovery stage, only about 5 of them survive to the preclinical stage. Among them, one drug candidate may eventually get approved for sale. Accounting to the expense of all those failed attempts, it frequently costs more than $1 billion to successfully bring a compound to worldwide market. Because drug development is so long, risky, and expensive, investors of pharmaceutical industry tend to have high risk tolerance and long-term vision. However, once a new drug is approved, the reward is usually immense. Some drugs can bring tens of billions of dollars for sale each year to the company. to be able to weather all the up and down. Pharmaceutical companies tend to be very big. However, although big companies are strong on stability and resources, they have less impressive record of discovering good early-stage drug candidates. As a result, the current trend is to have more and more drug discoveries handled by small pharmaceutical companies or startups. Once the compounds are good enough to enter human trials, big pharmaceutical companies will take over, either through acquisition or alliance, to move the development process through eventual approval. In addition, the field of biomedical informatics will play increasingly important role in making the drug development processes more efficient and reduce medical errors during clinical trials and research.